Lawrence Homebrew, coming at you with a beer review from the front yard, enjoying the sun out here and some fall color. So we've got a fun local beer today. It comes out of Eugene, Oregon. It's from Ninkasi Brewing. It is the Ninkasi N10 Anniversary Imperial Blended Ale. N10, kind of their interesting way of saying number 10, but it's their 10th anniversary. And they blended a number of ales, imperial ales, several of which are only found at the brewery. This is an American strong ale. They're saying 10% ABV. I'm going to tell you it's more. Just once you see the blend, you'll know. And it's 100 IBUs roughly. This is 50% made of their Imperial Stout, which is something you can get easily. 10% though of their barrel-aged Imperial Stout. Didn't even know they made that. 12.5% of the Imperial Total Domination. Didn't know they made that. 12.5% of the Imperial Maiden, the Shade IPA. Now, didn't know they made an Imperial of that. And 15% of their Critiacl Hit Barleywine. Again, didn't know they made that. These are all things that you can only find at the brewery. So, let's get this one cracked open. This should be an interesting mix. Man, anytime you're mixing up stouts, Imperials, barrel-aged stouts, and Imperial IPAs, barley wine, I mean, you're going to have something unique. All right, it is an extremely dark brown, and we've got a light brown, khaki head on there. It's kind of rocky in the middle, but a little creamy on the sides. Bubbles are still rising up on it. Let's get the nose. It's a bit cold yet. I need to warm it up, but this is an interesting nose, let me tell you. All right, I mean, I get some roast, and I get a little bit of chocolate going on, but I get like this Imperial IPA stuff going on too. So you're getting just a little bit of the influence of these different hops. Yeah, this is interesting. It comes off like it's dry. I get chocolate, like a milk chocolate, but I get like a baker's chocolate on there as well. I get a little bit of like a bourbon influence. I get a little bit of vanilla and some breadiness, maybe a hint of leather on it. And I get like a kind of a earthy tones to it as well. I'm getting like interesting little hits of like maybe dried fruits. Makes me think of like dried figs. I'm getting like this Ovaltine type of a scent on it. So the dark beers, are a little more dominant. That is 60% of it. Well, barley wine too. So I guess that's about 75%. So should be unique. Let's dive in. Cheers. And that is unique. I'm not sure if this was the right blend, but what the heck, they put it together. Golly, the palate's just going all over the place. I mean, it's ending, obviously, with 100 IBUs. It's ending with this bitterness. But you've got roast, and you've got chocolate in there, but then you've got lighter pales, like, in there. It's kind of a muddled concoction, I guess. Yeah, it's an interesting bitterness, and it's just really drying out on the palate. I think more than anything, you get kind of an American barley wine, kind of a taste coming off of it, because there's just a very strong bitterness, strong hoppiness to it. There's plenty of sweetness, mind you, but there's a lot of bitterness that counterbalances that. So, quite different. I mean, it is intriguing because you're getting this barley wine-esque type flavors with a bit of the chocolate in there. A hint of breadiness. You definitely get a lot of roast hitting. And with that bitterness, then the roast is pretty strong. What's unique is I almost feel like I get a little bit of like a meatiness to it. almost a beef jerky, if you would, but not quite strong as that. And I get these like earthy tones, maybe a little bit of mushroom on there. I'm definitely now realizing I'm getting quite a kick of resin on it as well. Yeah, quite unique. I'm gonna take a little bit of time with this and I'll come back. I've taken quite a bit of time with this, went inside and was having a good time with Cool Barb. This is one unique beer. It has left me completely befuddled. And I'll just be as plain to say as I like it and I don't like it. It's big. I like big. It's got some bold flavors. I like bold flavors. It's confusing. I don't like being confused. So what do you do with a beer like that? I tell you what, I mean, it has so many of those qualities of the darker beers. They're wonderful, and that's my wheelhouse. You know it is. I love barley wines. I love stouts and imperial stouts and barrel-aged imperial stouts. I mean, just give me more of that kind of thing. I love that. I love imperial IPAs. But you mix them up, and I'm confused. So I do think this is a bit of a muddled mess, to be perfectly honest. And yet I'm intrigued. It's fun. For a guy that likes different, this is definitely different. You get some sweetness on it, but that bitterness is so strong. And these earthy, interesting, earthy, meaty, mushroomy tones are confusing. You know? I mean, there's 100 IBUs. It's just, bam, it's in your face bitterness along with, woohoo, I got chocolate and roast and some meatiness. Maybe soy, I don't know. So in terms of ratings, where do we go? An American Strong Ale. You know I've had great American Strong Ales, Hair of the Dog, many others. This doesn't quite hit that mark. It's really fun, it's intriguing, it's different, but it's just not in that level. I'm gonna go on American Strong 87. Now, in terms of my overall, you know, I can go up or down here, and I'll go up a little bit. It's a very interesting beer. It's a fun beer. It confuses the palate. It makes you think. It's a conversational piece. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. I won't kid you there. But I can't go super. I'm going to go 90 on my overall. Here it is. It is the Ninkasi N10 Anniversary Imperial Blended Ale. This is Kevin at Clemens Homer saying life's too short to drink cheap beer. And I'll see you in the next beer review.